Gentlemen, mabibi na mabwana, mabinti na mandugu, how are you guys doing? Welcome to the Rhythm Scoop Show, arts, entertainment and culture on this amazing Monday morning, 22 minutes past 5 p.m. Kenyan time. Let us know where you are tuned in from, where you're listening to us from, and of course let us know how your weekend was. Karibuni, a lot of news and updates, weekend recap, great conversation in line for you, so keep it locked. We are live on TikTok and we are live on YouTube and on the radio. So if you're a first time listener on YouTube, kindly do remember to check us out via downloading our app on Google Play Store or tune in via our website at www.blackoutfirenetwork.com. But if you're also on YouTube, kindly subscribe, drop a comment, and of course keep it interactive as much as you can. They call me SHT, the money plans. I'm the captain every Monday at this time, around this time, but 4:30 to 5, 4:30 to 5, 5 to 6 is on your masa zetu. But karibuni, keep it locked on the Rhythm Scoop Show. One more time, naitwa Shmani, but of course I'm also joined by Joby, Kamlesh, and Matana.
Good afternoon, grand rising, good evening from our end. Hope you are doing amazing. Hope you had a beautiful weekend. Welcome to another episode of the Rythm Scoop Show, arts, entertainment and culture, and I hope you get to enjoy. Have a beautiful week, enjoy the shows we're gonna be bringing, and have a beautiful month as well. Karibuni sana. My name is Joby.
Happy August 4th, family. I hope you're having a good one. Welcome to another conversation here with us on Rhythm Scoop. Sending you so much love and light, and excited for the conversation of the day.
Damn, it's already August 4th.
Imagine.
Where does the time go?
The year went from January to August.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But yeah, welcome, man. It's the one and only Kamlesh. I'm literally astonished like you are that it's August already. But yeah, I hope you have a good time and enjoy the conversation.
Amazing. How are you guys doing?
Good. I'm good. Personally, I can't complain.
Kamlesh, how are you?
Ladies.
You watch on how are you?
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous. I'm living.
Yes.
Kamlesh, how are you?
Great, man. I'm really, really awesome.
Yeah.
Now feel too heavy.
Yeah, thank God today you've kept it short. I was expecting you to start from the other
See,
side.
that was the gist of it.
Alright.
But I can also go there.
No, please don't. Keep it calm. I'm fine too. I can't complain. Yes, I'm grateful and I'm blessed. But of course, just as we started,
Y'all look nice.
thank you.
Mlikuwa like
Yeah, we're in black.
Yeah, mlikuwa na like a meeting like y'all wearing
That's not
black.
what you've been telling me though. You've been talking shit.
No. Like you have a very respectful dress on, man.
Okay.
You look,
Respectful.
you look nice.
So
girl.
that's
good,
never
ma'am.
respectful.
You
Someone
look-
said I look like Pavin.
Miss Yezi, I can't say
But I
no.
do wear long dresses. It's just that I've not embraced that. But I
Yeah.
do like long dresses, and they look good on me too. Like,
That's for
please stop
sure.
playing.
Oh yeah, you look good. Definitely. That's
That's
why I
not what
think
you've
you
been
look good.
saying.
I've been calling
You're
you
lying in the camera right now.
I've
So
been
I'm not
calling
gonna
you back.
accept your
You look-
sympathetic
you look-
compliments right
It's not
now.
sympathetic. You look nice.
Oh, I already know, but yeah.
Yeah, lakini, man.
Oh my God. He looks nice, Kamlesh.
But this week, actually, I'm gonna wear long dresses.
Hey.
Yo.
I did
So
better.
wewe zako ni fupi.
We'll see how we're feeling.
I don't know yet. I'll decide. I
Okay.
decide with my morning.
Wear shorts, lots of shorts maybe.
It's sunny by the way
Yes,
too.
shorts,
You
shorts,
try
shorts.
it.
Alrighty.
Yes.
Amazing, but you're
About
taking
to-
a short musical break. Coming back with our motivational quotes of the day. Kindly share a quote with us today. And as we start our week and you start your week, don't forget to definitely motivate somebody today. But of course, this is Asano coming in with Kumekucha.
Nasema alhamdulillah, nafurahi kwanza nikipata kikombe cha chai. Kidiza fulani niko fly wanadai fly bila mabawa like the birds of the sky. Wananijua misinyubi, niko na K4 kilimani kifo snarudi. Smoking dazaza fushizo talking about music. Favorite rapper wako na hate hana budi. Vile nachuna hivi bado hatapenda. Siwezi wangusha nikidrop jua nipenda. Iwe kavuka mugidhi bado utapenda. Kwanza nikiwa nazuka na vibe unanikenda. Wapo wapi waje wayaone haya ninayoyafanya level zimeweka haya. Nasikia mapenzi yanauma vibaya. Unamwita demo wako unamwita demo wako umekuja. Kwa jambo lazima fuchue na kucha. Sidi bado hili ninavuta. Kuzingesi kushili na kiskuta. Niko na chenye wako umekuja. Kwa jambo lazima fuchue na kucha. All day, every day.
Yes, I have not a quote really. It says happy new month to new beginnings, new mindset, new focus, new start, new intentions, and new results. Another one says just a minute, I'm gonna get it real quick. It says 1 year from now, I want to look back at myself and say, girl, you believed in yourself and it worked. Happy new month, enjoy your week, and of course enjoy your year.
Mine is wishing you a beautiful week, of course, a beautiful month ahead. Be productive, because if you fail today, is you actually who's gonna face the consequences of your own failures. There's no one to blame. Most of the times you always have fingers to point at, but try push yourself so hard, understanding that this is your life. No one owes you anything. I always understand that, and I hope you understand that too. You know, no one owes you anything. The universe owes you, yes, a lot, but you have to seek it. You have to look for it. So I hope you have a good month. Be productive and be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. I don't know, enjoy the month. That's all I can say. Have a good month and have a good week.
Go.
Alrighty, don't start your day this month you did not speak to or into. Words control seasons, and you might be a victim of someone else's words. So speak into your day in regards to what you want to manifest. Your mind is your greatest enemy, or it can actually be your greatest blessing. So don't start a day without speaking into it, because you might be a victim of someone else's words.
Okay. I saw this earlier and actually thought of this show. So it says you can't talk power moves, and life goes around people who don't have the same hunger as you. It'll just sound like you're bragging. So check out who you talk certain things to. Some people lazima tu wapige stories za jaba. I get hapo. Because when you tell them, hey yo, manze nataka kufanya hivi na hivi, they're like, umse uringa na vitu yo ufanya. When in reality you're supposed to be like, yo, this man moving like that. I wanna move like that. I wanna be motivated by this. So yeah, check out who you talk power moves around. Because there are a lot of leeches around, and there are a lot of people that don't have your best interests at heart. Yeah.
Hey yo, get out the way. Chunga usizime tinga kako chain nigonge. Super hapo tinda yako hai tunazongea. Mimi niko kazi studio na wapita hizi snare. Tunabebwa na wefa nisiache kuogelea. Nina asili ya pwani nimekuzwa kabaharia. Sometimes inaweza kuwa rough, sometimes ni clear. Unapasa Sabia kwanza kamlingona na kuangalia Badada, ain't nobody badada Kakuna vibe show yangu pewa do uende nyumbani Neka penda kuona your faces na tabasamu Watoto mjini siku zote wojo na watamu Badada, ain't nobody badada Kakuna vibe show yangu pewa do uende nyumbani Neka penda kuona your faces na tabasamu After niende kumekuduzi na salamu kucha Yoko jambo lazima fichue na kucha Speedy bado ile bila kucha Kuzingesi kushuli na kiskucha Yoko na kelele na kumekucha Yoko jambo lazima fichue na kucha Speedy bado ile bila kucha Kuzingesi kushuli na kiskucha
All day, every day.
Yes, welcome back. That is of course Asano with Kume Kucha playing on the best radio station in Africa. 31 minutes past 5 p.m. Kenyan time. What is the time on your end? And how is your month beginning? This talking about the devil and the affairs. Literally. Welcome of course to the Rhythm Scoop Show. Now, how was your weekend, guys?
Fun.
Yeah?
Yes.
What was fun about your weekend, E?
Working with friends. Working. Just a good time with my friends.
Yeah.
Having some kiwi cocktails. You know.
Kiwi cocktail.
Kiwi cocktail. See what on gani hizo tena?
Organic. I'm working with some organic people around me.
Okay.
Everything is healthy.
She's working with organic people. Literally.
Sisi wenye ni inorganic. Nah, but how does that taste though?
Amazing.
Is it cocktails zako ziko na alcohol?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
So it's kiwi and alcohol.
Without hesitation.
Okay, it's kiwi.
Cocktail and mocktails.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so like,
So it has some Seymours in it. It has some kiwi in it, but it's good.
So it's healthy. Una like unaharibu liver lakini unasafisha.
Not really. Yes.
kiwi and what type of liquor?
You have to taste it.
No, like, so is it like gin and kiwi?
Sasa ya Julie, there's somebody
I
who
don't
made-
know. No.
Okay.
I'm there when everything is actually
The mixologist
the
is.
process and everything.
Okay.
So it's kiwi and to create that kiwi. I'm more curious about the alcohol.
Well, I'll let you know.
No.
Yeah. I'll let you know later. For music, for people.
No, because that determines the taste, you know. So
Right.
if it's vodka, if it's gin, if it's whiskey, it'll taste different.
Yeah.
But you know, kiwi is not particularly an interesting fruit, right?
100%. I agree with you.
So, like, that's a really brave drink to make.
I know.
You know,
right?
like kiwi, what?
But they mix with something else, right?
Sweeteners.
So, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
So probably when you
Yeah.
get to town.
Yeah.
Then-
A lot of sweetness.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's just fun and, you know, celebrating in your girl era as you should.
How was your weekend, Kamlesh?
No, girl was fast.
Oh, how was your weekend, Joby? Sorry, Kamlesh.
Mine was awesome. An amazing weekend. It was amazing. Started with Friday. Yeah, Saturday, Sunday. Just a good weekend.
Yeah.
It was an awesome weekend. I can't complain. Yeah.
Amazing.
That's all I can say.
Alright, Kamlesh, you could go at.
We got too nice.
Okay. How nice.
Very, very nice.
Yeah.
He's curious about my weekend, people. Just hanging out with friends, having a good time.
Yeah.
Zetu azinanga any fruits, ni straight up. Okay, we don't even. The only thing we chase is money. Okay, we don't chase liquor. We don't chase nothing else but money.
Alright.
So yeah, it was a nice weekend.
Yeah.
Out and about as well. Yeah, that's what I was asking about, like white people in dreadlocks.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Were they touching your hair?
Now, I refused. They tried, and I'm like, ugh, that's nasty. But yeah, I'm outside hanging out with friends, having a good time, trying to stay in the moment.
Alright.
Yeah.
As you should.
As you should, most definitely. My weekend was amazing too. Just out and about, a lot of cleaning, self-care, and all that. But still talking about the weekend being on a Monday, a lot of stuff happened in Kenya. Number one, the top-notch news is about the Rambe Stars players. I don't know if any of you watched it or any of you
It was
attended.
awesome.
Okay.
Man, we almost like fucked up at the beginning.
Okay.
Like,
Watu walituma kwa kitu.
if I expect from that one kusema vitu must go. But anyway, I remember the first 5 minutes Kenya tulikuwa tushafungwa na
Tushafungwa, yeah.
Congo.
Mm.
Yeah, so it
Ilikuwa
was
1-0.
so crazy.
VAR came through.
Yeah.
What is that?
Virtual assistant referee,
Okay.
VAR.
Mhm.
So in controversial situations involving goals, if the referee and the players are not in agreement about what happened, it will be referred to VAR. Okay, that's why unasikianga saa zingine kama si VAR Arsenal ingekuwa shinda ligi.
You had to come, Lesh. You had
Kwenda
to.
bure.
No, don't do that. Please.
Alisema akipata Gyökeres hakuna mtu ataka guza, lakini wataguzwa guzwa hivi. But
Yeah, so me, I was worried at the 5 minutes because like, god damn. But it was sort of pressured. There was some heated pressure between the two teams. But eventually Kenya scored a very clean
Odhiambo.
goal. Yeah, so yeah, it was a good game. It was a good match to watch.
Amazing. Me nimeona two highlights of how people showed up. Literally, I saw one Congolese guy anasema kwa TV eti watu wa Kenya wamewathreaten wakiwin wanaiba simu zao. No, and they were like, oh my god, we can't win, please don't take our phones. I don't know where these Congolese people came from. Our water walitoka wapi?
do you know how many
But they
Congolese
came-
people are in
Kenya.
Kenya?
Oh,
So
okay.
many.
Yeah,
Oh
there
my
were
gosh.
so many. Oh
And
my god.
Congolese have money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fans travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you'll find people, even Kenyans, will travel with like the Kenyan national team to go watch.
They have like people they travel with.
No, people will spend their own money
Okay.
to travel go see Kenya somewhere.
Yeah.
From athletics to rugby, especially rugby. Yo, we turned Australia a whole stadium into like the DJ was
I saw
Kenyan,
that, yeah.
the crowd was all Kenyan. It didn't look like they were in Aussie. Walikuwa nakaa nikawa wako Nakuru by the
Yeah.
way. Sawa, na hii ni RFA grounds
Yeah.
or some shit like that. Like they look like, and that's something I really like about Kenya and whatever. But something I didn't like as well, about the first game with DRC Congo, they came out and said that the stadium was sold out, and we at the online we saw seats that were empty.
Empty, yeah.
And what happened was government bought tickets.
Yeah.
And
So
these
that
tickets,
Kenyans couldn't get in.
no, actually, they were supposed to be issued out even hadi like raffle tickets, watu wapatiwe to attend. But si unajua Kenyan politics, and it's who you know, who knows you.
So it's rather be empty.
No, sasa unapata, that's why you saw a certain MCA, MP or whoever akisema ongea na mimi vizuri nikupatie matiko, because they were supposed to give out these tickets. But unapata ushapatia kila mtu unajua na bado you have more tickets. So that's why they were trying to like,
Wangepeana tu kwa gates basi.
no, but apparently the system at the gate malfunctioned, and it was counting every ticket as used. So a lot of people got in that didn't necessarily get tickets. But it was a very successful event. There was no violence, nothing of the sort, and
I've
it was
seen is it the senator of Nairobi Network? Is it Sifuna?
Sifuna,
Is
yeah.
the governor, senator.
I don't know.
Sifuna, yeah. Anasema gava ilibuy hizo tickets ndio watu wa Kenya wasiingie wa shout one time.
I can see the logic behind that
Yeah.
as well, because then what happens is now they're only issuing tickets to people they trust that are not going to embarrass
Cause
the government.
chaos,
Because
yeah.
if you remember correctly, a while back we had leaders calling out for apparently Kenyans to act civil when these games are around, not to embarrass the country, blah 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 blah. But you see, if you're performing and doing well by the people, those are things you
You're
should
not
never
supposed to
worry
be scared
about.
of. Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And as a fact, we have to say certain things, right? Truth is truth, no matter where that truth hails from.
Right.
Man, Kasarani looks beautiful.
Nairobi wameshindwa kupata tikiti za kuenda Kasarani kuona Harambee Stars vijana wetu wakicheza. Unajua ni kwa nini? Unajua kwa nini? Wakora wa hii serikali wamenunua tikiti zote, hata ndio watu wa Nairobi wasiende huko kuimba one time.
So that is what he went ahead and said. And also another highlight, what do you think about the money Ruto gave out? I think everybody's supposed to be getting
No, they actually they've already been
paid. Huh?
Paid.
Okay.
Yeah. Every Stars player has already been paid. That has already been deposited.
They were giving, was it 600 million?
No, it was $1 million for every win. Okay.
Each player.
Each player.
Each player.
Yeah.
And then I think, how many are they? 11?
No, it's the squad.
Oh, it's the whole team.
Yeah, it's never about the 11. It's about the team. The coach should also get those stipends as well. Shout out to Benny McCarthy, you know, Manchester legend.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: incentives are always offered to teams during international events. That's nothing new. Actually, I like that personally.
Okay.
I like that. He even came out and said that he'll consider Harambee Stars players for the affordable housing project. I like that. I like people that represent our country positively being rewarded. Because do you know what it takes? Do you know how long or how many generations of Harambee Stars players have played for this country and gotten no reward for it? So instead of us looking at it like, mbona anafanya saa hii na si haikufanywa ile time, it's like the fact that we are here now, the fact that we have, and as I was saying, Men Kasarani looks beautiful. Okay? It looks amazing. And Nyayo has also been worked on. They're doing this Talanta Stadium. So shout out to Ababu, the guy, for what he did for the ministry while he was there. All these Kenyan players that you see right now being signed to the Liga teams, to international teams, those were programs that were set up by that dude. So give props where props are due. Because and the work that the KDF has done to get these stadiums ready in time for this competition. Man, you should, and that's why I was insisting, we should go watch a game before the end of these competitions. Especially at Kasarani. We have a canopy. You know, we never had a stadium in Kenya that had a canopy. Like Aunyeshewi, by the way, Sasa. Like you can be at the stadium bila kunyeshewa. Ukiwa VIP, you can actually feel uko VIP. The turf looks nice. It's fun to watch.
Mbona walikataza Karen Nyamu kuingia?
Karen Nyamu.
No, you can't. You can't use the
else.
presidential entrance after the president comes in.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're doing doing blog work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know why you guys are saying it's $1 million, because kuna site fulani nasema the government Ruto promised them 600 million.
No, that is if they win Chan.
Okay.
And then even Mike Sonko came out and said, I'll add 400 to make it $1 billion.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So he said, if you win the competition, 600 million
Okay.
to win the competition.
Yeah.
But for every game you win, kila mtu anapata mita.
Every game, so
Yeah.
from this, the next game. And
If they win the next game, they're 2 million deep.
Yeah.
Another one, they're 3 million deep. So, and it's always good to incentivize players, you know, because you need, I'm playing for the pride of my country and for the love of the game.
Okay.
But pia nimetoka Madari. What if after hizi competition natoa mamangu Madari? You get? That's how patriotism is created. That's why you had regimes, when they couldn't pay players appropriately, create songs like Kadenge na Mpira. You get? That was the Moi regime, because that man was ridiculous. You know, people never give Oliech his props. He was once in the same category as a young player, considered in the same height as Wayne Rooney. You know, when he was, I think 17 or 18, Wayne Rooney was 16, and he was playing in France, and he was like in the Golden Boy Awards. You know, that's a Kenyan player. People never talk about the fact that McDonald Mariga won the Champions League, being coached by Jose Mourinho, one of the greatest managers of all time. You know, and this is despite the hardships that were there at the time, making it into professional football. People never talk about the fact that Wanyama actually scored playing against Messi while playing for Celtic. Wanyama played for one of the top clubs in English Premier League. was actually at one point one of the best central defensive midfielders in the world, even being considered by the highest clubs in the world before he got his knee injury. You know, that man has done a lot for this sport. You have Kenyans all over doing a whole lot, but it's about positive highlighting.
I feel
Like right now we have a guy that just signed for Police FC, Bajaber. That boy is bad. Ukijana ni mnoma. You get?
Personally,
And he's the one that actually scored the goal that got us into these competitions.
personally, I was saying, I feel like not just Kenya, but most of the African countries are lacking behind sports-wise.
Yeah.
Sports funds have been allocated from Kitambo. These previous regimes that have been serious with sports. I feel like during especially Kibaki's time, personally, 'cause
Yeah, true.
I participated a lot in sports. Personally, in high school, I was in soccer. I was in soccer because I was good in running. And if I practice actually more, you know, in running,
Imagine
because
just a better ball.
yeah, my dad was treating me. Like, shout out to him. Apart from just some other crazy part, there's some good part of, you know, he instilled. Like, he really trained me seriously. Like, if anytime ya mazoezi, akwa ina
Zido ni
like,
zido.
mnaingia uwanja unapiga like uwanja like
Lap.
ingine crazy.
Warm up.
By the time unapiga lap moja unataka quit, but there's no quitting, you know. So I feel like growing up personally when I was in high school, at that time tulikuwa tunaenda competition. There was high school competitions. I don't know if they're still there, and if they are, maybe in national schools, you know. Probably, maybe I'm just assuming.
No,
National- and if
Because are high school.
No, so how it
Hata kama
works?
ziko, they're not really. I want you
They're
to
not as well funded.
they are not also taken that serious. Okay, people are just doing it, or schools are doing it because it's part of the curriculum that has been there, or type of, you know, cycle that has been there. But when you talk about now, you actually becoming one of the, or a team emerging from this school and then gets best coaches, you know, waenda wa join teams zingine kubwa, that is no longer there, you know, because I was talking about Maisa. Sijui kama unajua Maisa.
Yeah. I played nilicheza Maisa.
Maisa is a group that is supposed to be Mbali side.
Yeah,
You know, it's
true.
supposed to be something close to Harambee Stars. But it's crazy because it was no longer, it was never taken serious. I'm just saying.
So
close.
Maisa is an academy. Okay, it's an academy. So academies are private.
I get it.
So it can't be like Harambee Stars, but it can provide good players to Harambee Stars. Harambee Stars is our national team.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is an academy
Oh, okay.
that teaches young players how to play and
Get
how
it.
to be nurtured into like
Okay.
tactics, nini mko na
Right.
coaches
But how
from
many
a young
players do
age.
you have from Maisa when wanaweza like wengi wanaweza
Yeah.
to that level? But
Yeah.
because me, I grew up to seeing really good footballers. Personally, I've grown up around footballers wengi sana, and they were doing great. Unaona sana kwa like uko sure like next anaenda kuchukuliwa maybe na sponsors. Used to say sponsors, kwa nini, but that is no longer there. Like I feel like sports, not just soccer, athletes, because I don't know if you saw the video of that Katoika alikuwa kanakimbia. It went viral. That kid was running. He went like a whole uwanja like almost 5 times. Like sijui, I can't approximate the whole whatever perimeters, whatever. But alikimbia like almost 5 times. Then the sad part, wakamshikilia, like she really wanted to go. Like it just showcasing there's still that task of talent of children wanting to just like, I believe I can do this, but it's not really taken serious. No. Jumtoi kama we are actually supposed to be spotted right there. Sponsors or whatever, coaches. I don't want to say sponsors. Let me say coaches. Someone come anajitole like, I'm gonna train this kid and they're gonna become who they really believe they're gonna be, and that could actually happen. Today, that dream is completely killed, and it's because the government goes back to the fundings, like you're saying. This could actually happen if funds were allocated correctly. Yesterday to watch your game, Paskia, the gang in the house saying sijui ni group gani ya football, sijui Kenya walienda kucheza wapi, and they were only playing with one jersey. And it's supposed to be, you're supposed to be having different jerseys.
3.
I think, yeah, 3. But you only have one. No. So there's no proper how do I say,
usage of funds.
exactly, supplying, because coach anafaa alipwe pia, you know, they're supposed to be equipments that are always used for training. Most unapata hawa watu hawana. You know, gwanda zinafaa kuwa provided by the, you know, I don't know,
School.
yeah, whatever, like you said, a company or team, you know, coach. It's supposed to be provided. Unafaa tu kuja, you showcase your talent and go. But
So-
it's no longer there.
So just
you know?
just to correct you a bit.
So,
so
like saying
what
to
happens?
understand what you're saying before you say it, like to be to understand to get like
That's a good one.
kama
That's a
umeelewa
good one.
tena, sema like to analyze everything you were saying earlier, saying that it's a good thing so I wanna toa do. Yeah, ni fiti, but a question too, is it do ni do za kinana? Is it si do zetu?
No, we
If we're
understand.
speaking political facts, these are our taxes, okay? These are our taxes. Do you up to 1 million unataka kupatia each person? You know, like where is the funds coming from? Why is Kenya generating money? You know, you've been taking loans.
thought we
Why have
had
you
a
put the
budget.
exactly? Why have you put these funds into? You know, we have questions. You know, because then kitu watu watalenga, but yes, it's a good thing. Yes, we've not been seeing this happening. Wajakuwa
But-
kupatiwa the props, but you know, it's not.
Just to Kamila,
Kiasi,
Okay.
you see, just to correct you a bit. So what happens, especially in because what I've done is football in high school, like to almost a semi-pro extent. What happens is there are certain schools that are revered in this country, and the top school, I bet that I'm Jaiskia, is St. Joseph's Kitale. Okay.
That's for football.
Yeah. If you're scouted by these guys, you're about to make it. Let me put it into context. Huko ndio Wanyama alikuwa anachezea. Okay? And there are other schools that come as Strathmore, it's basketball by Brookside. They're like sponsored 24/7. So there are certain schools that decide, because it's a school policy thing. This is where sometimes we can't, if you understand how it works, the school has to put a policy to take sports seriously. Once they do that, they have options. So like St. Joseph's, okay, they do ikitu inaitwa they go head hunting. So while tournaments are ongoing, they'll come scout, okay, see this school has this midfielder that we like, this whatever. So what they'll do is they'll come offer you a scholarship to their school to come play football. And they have so many partnerships with academies all over Africa and Europe. God damn. So when there are certain schools, and just to reiterate how good St. Joseph's Kitale is, they've won the East African competition in football numerous times. Okay, it's like how Saint Paul Iten is really good at basketball. They've won. Yeah, they've won the East Africa championships like so many times. And these are the guys that you come find, and girls that you come find in the national teams, in whatever. So what in my opinion should happen is, if schools were to take sports curriculums seriously, extracurricular activities like chess, even taekwondo, all these things, okay? Like, yeah, chess is a very healthy sport for kids, especially if you want a child that can strategize life, teach them strategy games, because they'll strategize life.
But we do have some institutions that really push
Take,
in that.
yeah. But where are those institutions? Are they affordable to everybody? Not really. You get. So we're saying, while we're doing this CBC thing, okay?
But I think that's why it was brought.
But is it being nurtured fully into what it's supposed to be? Look, you have people like Wanyama right now building their own academy. You have like clubs like Talanta FC building their own academies, and all these. Wadi Degla has an academy. But these places, like Maisa back in the day, Maisa was basically free.
Yeah.
Okay, Maisa back in the day was free. You didn't need to pay nothing. actually it was fully sponsored. I remember my dad once alikataa kunisainia petition or slip for me to go play in Europe to when kids were being selected for academies. And some of my friends left. These dudes have never been back. Okay, they probably played for some clubs you've never heard of, made hella money, came back, and then sport is a very good avenue to get financially stable while young, while learning good values. Okay, because you learn teamwork, you learn how to handle pressure at a young age, you learn how to handle setbacks, you know, things that you'll encounter in life. Because you'll go play a game, you won't play at your best, right? And then you have to go back, really double down with your efforts, because what you did is not that you didn't play at your best, you made better opponents than what you're used to. So you need to step up your game. And that's a character trait that should be developed in life generally. And these are things that you will learn from sport, from teamwork. And if you learn these things at an early age, they really help your life a lot. Even in academics. Look at Michael Olunga. We hadn't even mentioned the engineer himself. This man is the only Kenyan to ever score a hat-trick in the Liga. You get? This man went and played for a club in Japan because they promised to pay for his master's in some engineering course. He now has a master's. From there, they wanted him in Qatar. He was getting paid 18 million a year. Right now, I think he's being paid 30 plus million, okay, per season. And this man is barely into his 30s, or into his 30s. You get? So you find that you can change the situation of a person basically by sport. And that's why this curriculum should take these things seriously. And it starts at the school level. The school has to take it seriously and request for these budgets, okay, so that they can be allocated.
At our request, they have to be. Do you think they're not allocated? Do you think the budget is not there, Kamlesh? Because I do believe.
No, listen. So what happens is, you'll find some schools, okay, they don't even go to like the when I talk about CDF people, like the county whatever, they never go to these people to seek what? To seek these funds. So personally, our school used to be given funds by the county. The county used to provide uniforms, it used to provide kits, it even paid the coach. We had a coach. Okay, why? Because our principal was proactive and would go request for these things, because our school will do well in sports. So we are putting the county's name on the map, right? We are putting Wasingishu on the map. So what do you do in return? You support the endeavor that we're trying to push forward. Because at a badminton, they used to do so. I remember there was a time to defeat nationals for badminton. And it starts at the school level. It starts at because we don't have academies like they do in the States.
You know, the
right?
problem Kamlesh nimeona ikifanyika.
A lot of these funds inakuliwa because a lot of these teachers and principals don't care enough to go request the funds. They're just there to make their money.
But kama, one thing I've seen that is very common here in Kenya, mimi niko na marafiki zangu nimeona wakienda international schools just because they were good at sports. Like they were niko like kazi shule unajua, but ni venye alikuwa scouted, unapata maybe ni football. One thing I saw mostly in Nyanza, there's a lot of basketball, so they're always like really scouted so much on that. But how many people do we see go to the national team? Tuseme hivyo, how many talents ziko hapa chini zinaachwa zikihang, unajua? Because I'm like, these people are really good at this, but there is nothing that came out of it, like a career or it was just left like that. So how many people, hata tuseme it can be a culture that tunaweza chukua deeply, tuseme there's gonna be like a lot. That is something I don't see so much. Unapata they were good at this sport, they even went to those schools, they even were scouted at good academies and stuff, but literally at the end of the day, nothing
no
really
career.
came, no career really came out of it. And then unaangalia like only tuseme main teams ndio hata Kenya unadhani wanalipwa vizuri those people who play like main sports. So like around the stars, let's say, do you think they're really paid as much? Because some people would be like, let me go, give me a minute, let me go. Some people would be like, let me go and do some other thing.
Yeah.
Unajua, let me chase a career.
Yeah.
Instead of, and you know very well sports can actually pay you,
Yep.
and sports can actually make you live a very stable life. So
Yeah.
that's where I don't see like, you know, a
Things-
balance.
So, like what Joby was saying, so in previous regimes, we had people that used to mismanage public funds a whole lot. If you remember, there was a time we were playing, we were in the national league. So in rugby, that's like you're playing against England, whatever, like you're at the top tier, okay? And the Kenya Sevens didn't have funds for flights, okay? Kina Sijuni, Sport Pesa, or whoever had to step in and sponsor these people. And the reason why we were demoted and we had to fight our way back through this league is because of mismanagement of funds. It's not that the players weren't any good. And then another thing is because of nepotism in recruitment. Okay? So, and I have no fear in saying this. For the longest time, the national team of Kenya was comprised of two tribes. Kawesi Mjakama Mluya, by then you might not be even considered.
rugby.
Yeah, you might not even be considered for these teams. And when and Bajaber was talking about this in his interview a while back, I feel like 2 weeks ago, where he was saying that even when he got into Harambee Stars, watu walikuwa like, huyu probably anajua mtu. He knew nobody. Okay, he was just shining. And when Benny McCarthy came in, he gave him a chance. You get, and that's how a lot of these sports were. It was about unajua nani or who knows you, so that you get a chance. You'd have so many good players, and because of nepotism, because of tribalism and such things, you'd have great players that have no chance to make it into the team. You'd look at the team roster, and kila jina yenye ni ya pili ni O ama Wanjala. Okay? You'd go look at rugby, ni Waluya na Wajaka. You'd go look at athletics, ni Wakale. You get?
Now
But then, nowadays, you have, rest in peace to that Mr. So-and-so Wanjiru, the athlete that died. He was a great athlete, but he wasn't from there. But these things happen. But if you continue gatekeeping on certain principles, you will never really grow the sport, because you might have great talent, but at the top there's a lot of gatekeeping. And then we also have to remember the fact that before, Kenyan sport wasn't taken that seriously. Even the Kenyan clubs, most of them would go into receivership a lot because of funding. They didn't have sponsors, they didn't have all these things. So you find that there's no path for players, and when they get there, it's a suffering contest. Like who's willing to vumilia the most, so that you can actually become a big name playing for either two teams. It was either Gor Mahia, actually 3 or 4. Ilikuwa Gor Mahia, ilikuwa AFC, Tusker, na walikuwa jita Thika something. Okay, those were the only teams that used to really get players on the map. But now you have Bandari coming in, you have all these other teams, Talanta FC, you have all these other teams coming in with good funding, good models, and that's why you see Kenyan sport growing. And that's something we really have to look at, because we don't have the same opportunities to fund these sports right then as we do right now. There are so many different avenues for people to get into sport, and so many companies that are interested in that, because it's a marketing avenue that has been unexploited in this country a whole lot. Because if you look at the Kenya Premier League, we should have grounds for teams, should be on every county. We should have grounds on every county. The Kenya Premier League should be funding these things.
I feel like it's
okay?
just so many games that are not taken serious.
No, but
People don't even focusing on soccer alone, man.
that's true.
It's so many games. I understand what you're saying.
But you see right now, let me put it from this point of view. Unaona hapa Ulinzi, hii stadium ya Ulinzi hapa, hii Ulinzi Stadium, right? The other day, Bandari, shout out to Dimore for saying this. On tickets alone, grounds squeezes ziko full. Why? They've reduced hooliganism in the grounds. Tiko ni affordable as hell, ni 200. Grounds in Ajah. Bandari are able to collect 4 million on a match day. Okay? That allows a club to operate. That allows a club to function. Okay? Because umeleta revenue into the club. People have brought money, they've enjoyed. Hadi siku hizi watoto wanaenda game. Do you know before you wouldn't be allowed to take kids into Kenya Premier League games? You know, because after that hauko sure kama unapigwa mawe ama venye mnatoka hapo.
Na stampedes.
Yeah. You know, right now we have order. The Kenya police are also being deployed.
But you and Nyayo, your basketball in Rowdy.
You see, you have to bring in a culture. And also, when you look at all these stadiums across the world where they host big whatevers, you'll even have the police in the stadium keeping calm, keeping everything in order. That is something that should be normalized.
I thought it's there. I thought they're there.
No, not enough. Like you need security guards, you need more police, you need to keep that order. Because it takes, and then also fast responders. Ambulance kadhaa, nini, such things like that. That's how you grow the sport. Right. But if we keep looking at, you cannot grow the future while looking at the past. Let's look at what we have now, because what we have is players that are not really dependent on the national team to grow anymore. We have players that have the opportunities at a young age to go play abroad. That is the biggest showcase of your career. Because if, shout out to Anaito Nani, he is challenging. He's playing for Celta Vigo in La Liga. You know, and he's 18 years old. You know, so those avenues are ndio vitu tunafaa to create. Not even atutaki ma players watoke Kenya ati wacheze tu Bandari ama wacheze Tusker ama wacheze Sofapaka. No, we want our players playing in PSG. Watu wacheze Man U. You know.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
But what do you say about it?
I definitely agree with what everybody said. Yes, more revenues for players.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys know the games. It's like a game. It's a game because these are part of the like kind of sports. There used to be presentations of dancers, acrobats. But that is no longer even there. Acrobats are people who are supposed to be like, you know, taken serious and even funded.
Yeah, that is gymnastics.
These are games that tourists come to pay and see, you know. Like imagine setting this up, I don't know where, so that people can you know, so that you make money out of it and then pay the same people. Pay the same people actually doing these acrobats. Then there's There's another one called Kibende, the dancing. This one actually used to be like ilikuwa funded na ilikuwa naitangwa aje ama naitangwa CD what? Is it CDF? CDF is in a CDF whatever offices is a CDF. They used to have like open halls, right? In every
community
social halls you could find like kuna madem, machali, watakuja na madrums, they have like coaches, they dance, there's that acrobat in it. And actually there's a group of people, there's a guy, you know, when you are lucky enough, I don't know through which sponsorship, wakaenda Germany. And sa time ya kurudi walijificha. Hakurudi. Na hivyo ndio alibaki huko na life anaendelea nayo. Like that's how he just stuck there and started life and moved on in life. So I feel like with that exposure also, because you meet other dancers, you see how advanced they are, and that's the idea and dream you have. I mean, like if I can pave an opportunity of staying here, I'm gonna take it. That's why actually nasikianga watu wengi wameenda sijui wapi wamekwama. It's because the idea of what you have in your head and expect is not here. You go meet it somewhere else, like nitajificha.
But you know what I also learned is, did you know that every county has a ministry of sports, and the ministry of sports, the minister niliona kwa county yetu where I was raised, because that happens kwa hizo ma social hall and whatever, lazima mwende present to the ministry, the minister of sports in your county, and then they decide where to sponsor you and stuff like that. So you'd have, if you have like a good maybe leader or let's say maybe hata ni MCA wenu ama kama ni huyo minister of sports, hiyo pesa anaeka kwa your groups. So you'd find like a lot of groups coming in, and then there was a time where even the county would hold stuff like that. So unaweza pata hata ni competition, and then you're given like the winner is given a certain amount of money, or this group is actually sponsored by this. But unapata most of these ministries, they don't actually work. People don't know, because the last time I've been, you know the social hall in Rongai, right? Iko hapo kwa soko. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Iko tu hapo imeshikana na soko. There's nothing that goes on there. Nothing, literally. Sijai honor any activity over there. Sijai on, and I'm like, how is it a social hall? Yeah, the one in Embakasi is busy, by the way. The one in Embakasi, there's always like this youth being mentored. Unapata like Babu is always putting in money. There's always like just something. Even the football that goes around there. There's a field around Nyayo, if I'm not wrong. Nyayo Estate. Kamlesh, do you know it?
Yeah.
Where people go to play basketball.
Get D,
and small teams from the area. And that's why I feel like ameshikanisha my youth sana, because it's putting in money, is supporting them in their careers. So unapata most of these people hata kama hata get money, but from the hata kama atakuwa kwa the main sports, but every weekend they go play, they know there's a certain amount of money yenye narudi nayo home, ama there is money that is going to be put in their small team. And I feel like if we start doing that even from like small scale, we get to mentor a lot of youth. So sasa na aspire, because mtu ako like sasa mbona niende nicheze na just tapata chochote na kuna needs zangu. Unajua, if you try to motivate them at even like the small spaces that they know very well, atakuwa narudi ana get better, and one day atakuwa scouted by because you never know ile ambaye na ujui mwenye ako hapo. Me, I've gone there a couple of times. You never know who's watching, you never know who's coming to scout you or whatever. I rarely see that. Sijaona in Rongai in 125, but I've seen in different counties. So it depends, and in different.
Where I live, there's a ground. So so during the like kama
Kids
jana,
play.
yeah, like kama jana, there's like coaches who come wanakuja na ma balls, nets, and kids with uniforms like different colors. Unapata kuna team B, team whatever, and they're being coached. Then kuna say pia every morning I always see them like practicing every morning. I think it's only on Thursday they don't wakwangi waki practice, but the ground up inakwanga very active. Like, I always see that. I'm like, it's really nice.
Because there's one friend of mine, shout out to Nana, she works with Beyond Hoops. You know Beyond Hoops? Basketball.
No.
And inafanya na NBA, it's big, it's not here. But unapata mwenye amesponsor hiyo, like ni mse mwenye alitoka hapa Kenya, akaenda majuu, akajaribu kuplay like whatever. So he has so amekuja ame bring it back to now his community. You see, it's not like the government. Unapata like ni individual or specific companies or hata NGO za nje ndio zinakuja, and you find that this is supposed to be the government's work. It's not as much as it is supposed to be. For me, that is what I think about it. But of course, as we move on to other news, the last news and updates, what happened was reggae hype man and entertainer MC Full Stop passed on this weekend, right? And you know he'd been battling cancer, right, for a very long time. And yeah, the family has actually appealed to the public for financial support as they actually also prepare to lay him to rest.
Alafu tunaona mang'ombe wakikuja kutoa milioni, and we couldn't help him when he was alive.
And he actually had a very huge, mostly in the reggae side, like he had a very big influence, so much for a very long time. I remember, has he been battling? Because was it last year, but one?
I think Sahi succumbed to like a long, whatever it is.
Long term.
Is it, or pneumonia.
Yeah.
It was something chest related.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been battling some health issues for a while. He was so amazing. He used to work at NRG, or still work at NRG. Yeah, really talented MC. He was he was meant for greatness. He managed to achieve it to some extent, but our condolences and heartfelt well wishes to the family as they go through this difficult moment. That's a young talent lost way too soon. He had so much more to offer, and that's why we should appreciate life every day. And if they've appealed for help to send him home, with the best in the best way possible. If you can help them, everybody can.
Yeah.
After what you need, 10 bob, whatever you send them.
Kama Kenyans wanatumanga dokwa. And
Yeah.
they're very capable.
Yeah. So, but this also goes to show how, as people in this industry, most of us need financial education. Okay? Because how many media personalities have we seen go and on their final send-off, the family is begging for, not begging, or asking for help to do this. As if you're making, and it's not even about how much money you earn. Some of these people make a lot of money, but don't live for the limelight. Okay, like get your life right. Yeah, because it's we'll help, but it's also, for me, it'd be embarrassing. Like if I went nasijeka my affairs in order, and but you also have to understand that illness has a way of kusafisha kapesa sana when you're in and out of hospital, and that's why we have to stand with them, but we need to look at how we handle ourselves as media personalities and journalists and all of that, because kama si rehab ama nini, we've seen some of us go through it. When they get off camera, watu wakisahaulika, nothing goes really well. So let's figure out a way to create longevity for ourselves beyond.
There's a video of him I was watching yesterday, and he said something when he was diagnosed with cancer and TB. He lost a lot of friends, people he called friends, and he said, tunakunywa nao saa hii nini nini. He said something very important. Number one, pombe ijaipea mtu muscles. There's no day pombe ishaipea mtu muscles, which is something you've been told, drink responsibly, which is very important. And he said the people you're drinking with, having fun with, saa hii chunga, wanaweza kutoka like anytime, which is again something you need to be very careful with. Like there's so many of us we celebrate with utakunywa nini, but ikifika ni time ya shida awase utawaona. Like they had money to spend on liquor nini, but when it comes to medical appeals, they won't be there for you. Pia wakishapata mashida, wako na emergencies, but trust kila weekend hakusi kwenda sherehe. So again, be careful of the people you call friends. That is something you've been told. You know, are you sure the people you call friends are your friends? Are you sure they really have your back? You know, and you might also be sure, like he has said something very important, ensure you have yourself financially jipange too. Like we lack financial literacy, but educate yourself. Don't fall on the same generation trap our parents have been in, you know. So save yourself, because like I said, that my quote at the beginning is, if you fail ni wewe tu, like hakuna mtu mwingine, fingers zitakuwa two pointed kwako, hata na kusaidia hata kwani alikuwa anafanya nini. Trust me, you find that some members from family members kuna wenye wanabonga shit, alikuwa anafanya, alikuwa so ensure you got yourself, man. That's all I'll say.
You were telling my deepest condolences to him and his family.
Okay, your closing remarks, guys, as we come to the end of our show.
Well, much love, family. See you guys tonight on the Africa Today show as usual. Enjoy tuning.
Thank you guys for joining us today on Rythm Scoop. I hope you had a very educational conversation or time with us. I'm sending you so much love and light. Remember, you are the change you need to see in the world.
Yeah, I'll be coming back shortly with some sport news, so see you then.
Much love, guys. Every Monday and Friday, same time, same place. Have a beautiful, beautiful morning, afternoon from wherever you are.